The Himalayan nation of Nepal suffered one of its biggest calamities yesterday when an earthquake measuring 7.9 on the Richter scale hit the country. Terrified people spent the night outside their homes in fear of fresh tremors. At least 27 aftershocks of magnitude 4.5 or more were felt throughout the night, with the latest at 6 in the morning measuring 6.6 on the Richter scale. Some youngsters were also seen singing along to the tune of a guitar to get through the night. The death toll has crossed 1,800 and is expected to rise as the day progresses, while the number of injured is over 4,000. Kathmandu's historic Bhimsen Tower, also called Dharara, collapsed after the earthquake. The Darbar Square, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, was also reduced to ruins. The epicenter of the earthquake was near Lamjung in Nepal, but tremors were felt across India. There is a warning of another big earthquake issued for the next 72 hours.
Give our viewers a sense of the latest all across your country at this time, Mr. Mant.
All has now all reported 1,457 dead already, but the calculation is that it could rise up to 5,000 or even more. And thousands of people have been injured, and I think the toll will go on increasing. Because this has happened, the devastation, the casualties are spread all over rural Nepal, particularly hills in isolated villages. So reports will come, will be coming in hours and days to come also. So it is a massive devastation.
So which are the areas that are the worst affected, and what are the priorities of the government in Nepal to provide rescue and relief material to the areas that have been most impacted?
Kathmandu Valley is badly affected, and so are districts like Sindhu Palchok, Kabre Palanchok, Nuwakot, Gorkha, of course Kathmandu, Lalitpur, Bhaktapur. These are the areas worst affected. Basically, the central region of Nepal, particularly the hill region and the western region, they have been the worst affected. And as far as the assistance is concerned, I think our government, particularly the Nepal Army, is coordinating the assistance with neighboring countries. In India, I understand that one aircraft is already coming, has already come, loaded with relief materials. What we need is heavy and medium helicopters, about 10 helicopters, medium lift helicopters. We need a fixed wing, tents, and heavy engineering equipment, medical team, water treatment plants, and practically everything. you see. So I am sure our people are in coordination with their counterparts in India, and many other countries also have offered assistance.
I quite appreciate it. So happened that the PSL, the public body, clearly said. We talked, and even the PM took a meeting that the call from India to Nepal and Nepal to India shall be local and no international rates shall be taken. I'd also appeal to other channels, operators. I'm very happy they are responding. You know, the enormity of damage the channel is following itself in detail is not to be counted. It is enormous. And the Prime Minister himself said that Nepal ka dard hamara dard hai. But whatever is required, 10 NDRF team have been dispatched, 2 have already arrived. It is a very enormous matter of concern, pain, and also challenge. And you may have heard Foreign Secretary, 5 helicopters are going to be stationed tomorrow in Pokhara, also near Kathmandu, because the heaps and rubbles in hills, rescuing people, rescuing bodies by itself is a big job, big responsibility. Therefore, we will do our best. Sniffer dogs have also gone. And Indian NDRF have done a good job over the years. They have good experience of rescuing people in Uttarakhand and others. So they know how to render help. You may recall a couple of years ago, there was a big earthquake in Sikkim. There also they did a very good job. Therefore, we will do our best.
The headlines today is in Ground Zero. Our correspondent Amir Haq is in Pokhara to track the situation on the ground.
I'm on way to Pokhara, and this is a place called Balaiya. When we cross over towards the Nepal side from the Indian side, on its way from Gorakhpur, and it's death and destruction all over the place. And there are number of people that I've met on the way who tell us how bad things are over there in Pokhara and in Kathmandu. In fact, I have people with me, some of whom have actually traveled down from Kathmandu towards this place. Many of them tourists who had earlier gone there towards Pokhara and Kathmandu from India, passing through the Sonauli border, obviously very, very scared of what had happened this afternoon. Well, I'll ask a few people to narrate how things have been over here, over this from the time since this afternoon. आप बताइए किस तरह की आपको फीडबैक मिल रही है, जो बात हो रही है, जो कुछ आपने देखा, कितना भयावह था या कितना डरावना था वो सब?
जी अभी तो मैंने जब आपने मेरा सब परिवार लोग अभी काठमांडू में, मेरे सिस्टर कजन भाई लोग ज़्यादा, मेरा ससुराल भी उधर ही है काठमांडू, तो मैं वहाँ पे अभी बात किया हूँ. वो लोग अभी सदमे में, वो लोग अभी घर अपना छोड़ के बाहर चौर में आके मतलब खुले जगह में वो लोग रह रहे हैं कि मतलब वहाँ पे इनका वो लोग सरकार से आ रहा है कि कभी भी 2 बजे तक और इससे भी ज़्यादा आ सकता है भूकंप करके. उन लोग को वहाँ पे मैकिंग हुआ है, इसलिए वो अपना घर छोड़ के रोड में आए हुए हैं. और तबाही का मंजर तो ये है कि वहाँ हज़ारों 10,000 अभी हो सकते हैं. नेपाल के न्यूज़ अभी सरकारी अभी डाटा अनुसार 4,500 का लगभग न्यूज़ अभी आ रहा है.
A peaceful Himalayan paradise jolted out of its stupor. Hundreds of lives lost, thousands injured. A powerful natural calamity unleashing death and destruction. As locals scrambled from one place to another looking for their loved ones, they were greeted with piles of debris everywhere. Buildings old and new raced to the ground, collapsing like a house of cards. The ground beneath their feet shifted quite literally, cracked and crumbled into a series of craters. Governments and people stood and watched, powerless before nature's fury. From humble homes and offices to multi-story buildings and heritage sites, the powerful earthquake reduced strong structures built over years to brick and dust. Hundreds of lives lost, many more still trapped under the debris. Hours after the powerful quake hit the Himalayan country, the tragedy continues to unfold.
Well, the effects of the powerful earthquake that hit Nepal on Saturday morning spilled into India as well. In many places in Bihar, people spent their night in the streets. Such is the fear of the earthquake that struck the region yesterday. Now, close to 55 people were killed in the states of Bihar, Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal. The worst affected on the Indian side was Bihar, where close to 30 people lost their lives, buried under the debris of buildings that crumbled under the impact of the tremors. Uttar Pradesh too faced nature's fury, where at least 12 people were killed, 3 people were killed in West Bengal and more than 30 injured. Tremors were also felt in Delhi, Mizoram, Manipur, Nagaland, Tripura and Arunachal Pradesh.
जो आई है नेपाल में जो भूकंप से बहुत लोग मर गए हैं, तो इसलिए हम लोग भी गांव से बाहर सारे ग्रामवासी इकट्ठा होकर के और भगवान का कीर्तन कर रहे हैं ताकि इस आपदा से भगवान हमें बचाए.
कानूनी जमीन खाली है, इसलिए आएंगे साहब ये सड़क पे। और भाई आशा है कुछ टीवी बता देंगे कि 1 बजे तक और 2 बजे तक फिर आएगा दोबारा, इसीलिए ये डर में यहाँ बैठे हैं सड़क पे।